Yo guys, what is good? It's your boy Blank Online, and today we're going to be talking about the Call of Duty Black Ops 4 multiplayer, and we're going to do it early. So if you didn't know, Black Ops 4 has released early. It's released one day early for a lot of people, and I've got my hands on the game. I've played a little bit of the game, and I'm ready to give my initial impressions on the game. It's not my full final review of it yet, but it is my initial impressions. So first off, I'm going to talk about just completely multiplayer in this video. I haven't played enough Blackout yet, and I haven't even touched the zombies yet. Multiplayer it's what I've been playing, so that's what I'm going to be talking about in this video, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I think I heard something from Drifter. He said that the game was like an arcade run around, muck around shooter, and it's definitely that. It's fast paced, it's hectic, it has no advanced movement, which is awesome. It's fun. My initial impressions is that the multiplayer is fun, and it's a lot of fun when you're on a team that's good. If you're on a team that's really bad at the game, then it's not fun to play at all, because you just get spawn trapped, you get wrecked with score streaks. It's just horrible when your team keeps feeding the enemy team kills and you have to suffer for it. But other than that, it's a lot of fun to play. I think the specialists are amazing in this game. I think they offer something different in terms of gameplay, the different specialist abilities, the different specialist gear that you have, like the grenades or the recon UAV little thing. It's a lot of versatility to the game. It adds a lot in the way that you approach a gunfight. What are you gonna do if you're using Ruin? What are you gonna do if you have an enemy on the bridge on Militia, for example? Are you gonna go directly at them? Are you gonna grapple directly to them? Like, what are you gonna do? It adds a lot of choice to the player and what they choose to do, and I think that is awesome. It's an awesome addition to the game, and it's definitely, in my opinion, better than what they did with Black Ops 3. How in Black Ops 3 all you had was the specialist ability. For example, with the Prophet, you had the the bow or the vision pulse, and I think in this game it's good that you only have one option for the specialist ability, but you also have the different options in terms of what specialist you want to use, because there's only one specialist per game, and I think that's a good thing as well, because if you have a game where there's too many of one specialist, it eventually gets too overpowered. For example, imagine if you had a full team of just batteries, so you just had a constant swarm of the cluster grenades, a constant swarm of the war machines just going at it, just destroying you, explosives left, right, center. That's just completely unbalanced, and I think that the way Treyarch approached it, of having just one specialist per team, so like only one player in the team can have one specific specialist, is awesome, and I think that's great. Moving on from specialists, let's talk about in terms of gunplay, how the game feels, hit detection, stuff like that, time to kill. I think that it's right in this game. I think that from the beta, they've definitely improved on what the community feedback was in terms of armor, in terms of time to kill, in terms of like all this stuff, all the feedback that we had in the beta. I think that Treyarch did address it, and that it's more balanced in this game. It's not perfect. Like, I'm not saying like Black Ops 4 multiplayer right now is a perfect game, but at the current state right now, it's good. Like, it's definitely improvement on the beta, and I feel that like in the beta, I definitely felt that the time to kill was hella long, especially with armor, especially with all this and that. But Treyarch definitely did improve this in the game. Armor is something that was a big issue for me in the beta. I felt like armor was way too overpowered. It took way too long to kill. It just slowed the game down. But in the full release of the game, in the current state of the multiplayer right now, I think that armor is at a pretty good place. It does still take long to kill, but that's like necessary, because why would you have armor if it's not going to take longer for you to die? I'm completely fine with that. If people want to use body armor, I'm completely fine with that. You can easily counter that with things like the stim packs, so you regen your health faster, and you get that trade-off, so you regen your health at a slower rate if you use body armor, and that's fine. And your body armor completely breaks off as soon as someone breaks it off. You don't have armor anymore, so it's fine. It's just that little bit of protection for that little while, so like you can take like 3 extra shots, which is good. I like that. I like the fact that armor has been tweaked from the beta, because it definitely was overpowered, but I feel like in the full release of the game, it's definitely improved. I'm gonna talk about the guns in the game. So from what I've experienced right now in terms of all of the weapons, I think that it's a good balance. I think that different maps cater to different weapons, and I think that's how it should be. Maps like Firing Range, maps like Summit even, they more tend towards like the submachine guns, and that's fine because those are quite small maps and they're very catered to that style of play. Maps like Militia and Seaside, for example, they're more varied, so you'd see more SMGs and assault rifles as well, and LMGs, so it's very varied on what weapons you use, and I think that's fine. And I think that the longer range maps, like I'm pretty sure the name's Icebreaker, that's a massive map with long lines of sight, and you wouldn't be using an SMG there, you'd be using an AR or a sniper or an LMG. So I think that in terms of the way Treyarch balance the weapons, so these specific type of weapons work on these maps very well, these specific type of weapons work on this map well, and I think that's the right way of going about it, and I like the way that they did that, and I like the weapon balance at the moment in the game. Further along in the game, there could be tweaks and stuff like that to make some weapons more powerful than others, and then that may change my opinion on the weapon balance. But as of right now, the current state of the game, I like the weapon balance and I like what they're doing with it. In terms of everything else, cosmetics, personalization, and all that stuff, it's good where the game is right now. It's good. It's completely cosmetic based. There's no weapons, there's no melee, anything. There's nothing that is added into the game later on as DLC that you have to find through supply drops. It's all just cosmetic gestures, sprays, personalization for your specialists and stuff like that, and that's completely fine for right now. And as much as the whole community wants to believe that this is the way it's gonna stay, it's not gonna stay like this. We know for a fact that Activision is gonna push Treyarch to put DLC weapons into the game through supply drops, and because that's how they make money, through the COD points, through the supply drops. And we all know that's gonna happen, but we can all live in this amazing fantasy world right now where the Black Ops 4 supply drops are just purely cosmetic. That's how it should be, to be honest. That's how Fortnite does it, and look how much money they're getting from their revenue from their store, through like V-Bucks and stuff like that, through their skins. But look, that's the way it goes. Activision it's a massive company, and it's not gonna shy away from the opportunity to make even more money off DLC weapons, because they know people are gonna buy it, so why not offer that to get more money? But enough of supply drops, enough of all that. Final opinions on the multiplayer. It's good. Right now it's good. It's a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun on it. I like the diversity in the guns. I like the diversity in the specialists. I like the way the game plays. I like the pace of the game. I like the time to kill now. I like the changes they made to armor. Obviously, there are improvements to be made. There's spawn improvements. There's just overall little bits and pieces of the game that need to be improved. But I'm sure through gameplay testing, through YouTubers commentating on the game, giving their opinions on the game, Treyarch can get a sense of what they need to change in the multiplayer, and then continue to improve it and improve it and improve it. And I'm sure that they will, and they've done a really good job with this multiplayer. I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'm about to go jump into more. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like, leave a comment down below. If you have the game early, what do you guys think about it? What do you think about the multiplayer, Blackout, zombies, anything? Let me know what you think about the game. I'll be going more in depth about the multiplayer as soon as I play a lot more of it, and as soon as I understand the game mechanics a lot more, rather than it just being a first impressions. I'll do a full multiplayer review. I also want to do a review on Blackout and Zombies, so I want to do reviews on both of them, first impressions and then final reviews as well. So look out for those videos coming as well. We're going to do a Road to Commander as well, but this Road to Commander has a little bit of a twist on it, so keep your eye on that. Click that subscribe button down below so you get alerts on when I upload my next video. Not when I subscribe. Click the bell as well and you get those as alerts, definitely. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Peace out.